Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I am going to be showing you how to make a GFX with Blender 2.91, or basically the latest version of Blender, I forgot. So first you're going to want to go to base plate, go to Roblox Studio and open up a base plate. Okay, so when your place is loaded, it should look like this, pretty plain. So next thing you want to do is go to plugins and get load character light. Should be from Already Pro. So I already have it installed. So when you install that, go and click on your plugin and put in your character's username. And make sure to click spawn at origin, or else, you can not click spawn at origin, but if you do, it's just going to make everything easier. And also make sure to load it at R6. So now you can make your character look how you want. You can replace its face if you don't like the face. Okay, so now I'm happy with how my character looks. So after that, now I'm going to go and import a model. Now you don't have to import a model, but I just like to import a model because it just looks way better. And yeah. So let's see. Okay, so this is the model that I want. I think it looks really, really cute. So I'm going to drag it close to my character. And yeah, now I'm going to import my two models. So the first thing you want to do is import your character. So you click on your character, make sure it's highlighted in blue, and then you right click and click export selection. Then you can save it to whichever file you want. I have a specific file for my GFX exports. So this is the tutorial. So this is the body. Now we're going to want to import our head. So start from here and go. Okay, so if you have accessories like I do, you have to go shift. You have to click your first accessory on the list and then shift click the last and then export the same way as you did for the body. That is also exported, but yeah, and then we're going to export a model. Now if Roblox Studio looks like it's gonna crash, don't worry, this happens all the time. It just matters on how big your model is and how much items are in your model. So this is, all things considered, is a medium model. Okay. Now that we have our models all exported, we can go to Chrome and we are going to go to woman rig. The link is going to be in this description. So now you are going to download this file. Don't worry, it's not a virus. And make sure that you have downloaded Blender. So I'm going to show you how to download Blender. And just download Blender right there. So yeah, now you can click on this. Now, if you have already downloaded Blender, you can click on this or go to your files and click on it. You can also go into Blender and then open the file, but this I feel like is just much easier to deal with. So now what you should have should probably look something like this. Most of the time, if you're using, it should look like this, or not pink, but like all gray. So the first thing you want to do is right click and delete the head and these eyes and this. So basically only leave the body part. Now after that, you are going to go to this world properties. It's like globe. And you're going to click use nodes. And you're going to go to this little button here, yellow button, and click bright contrast. Now, you might wonder what this is for. This is if you want it to be like based on a pinkish thing. You can like drag it a little bit here to a very light pink, and when you render your image, it will have a pinkish shade to it. Okay, so now that we have our nodes put on and the brighten contrast input, we are going to select a random body part. Do not select a line though. Select a body part. And we are going to go up to the corner. You see right here, it should have a little like a plus sign when you like go to this area, and you're going to go and you're going to drag it down. This is if you find this very complicated, don't worry. I took a long time just to figure out how to have the plus sign. Now, after you have done that, you're going to go to this little button here, and you are going to click Shader Editor. Now, after you have clicked Shader Editor, you're going to go to this. It's called Texture. This little box here called Texture. It's orange. And you're going to go and click this like folder button. And now you're going to go and import your character's texture. So this is why we had to export the body so that we could have this texture. So now sometimes it will have like your username and then like different numbers. Usually it's always the one that has the biggest number or the smallest number. Okay, now that we have our character imported, we don't need that anymore, so we can scroll that up. And now we're going to go to import and wavefont.obj. And then you can go and import your head. So now that we have imported our head, we're just going to rotate it right there. Now, if you're wondering how to like move, you can press shift and then like this, I'm not sure how to describe it. It's like a wavy little line. And then you can use WASD to move around. And then you can click. And then now you're in a different POV. Okay. And then now we're going, after we have done that, we can go back to wavefront OBJ, and we have to import our model. Now, as I said before, you don't have to have a model, but I usually have a model or just a colored wall imported so that it makes it look so much better. Now, if you don't have a model, the background is going to be white. So if you want a white background, you don't need any model at all. Okay. Now, this is the funner part. We are going to go right click, and we're going to select our character's body and move it a bit so we can put the cafe in, or your model in its place. Make sure the part that you want to start rendering or modeling your image, your character, somewhere around in the middle. It just is easier. Okay, and now we are going to select our character and move it to the area that we want to render or start sculpting, I guess it. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to put our model in its place. If you feel like the big model is too small, you can go to scale and scale it. But I think it's perfect, so we are just going to start rendering. Now this is my favorite part because, well, it's the fun part. So you're going to go click rotate, and you see these like lines? These are the lines that you can use to shape your body parts. You can go like this, or you can use these. I really like these, and bend your arm, your character's arm. You can even make it look like it's saying hello by doing this or something. So this is by far my most favorite part of making GFXs. It's the part where you make your GFXs look real. Okay, so now you can start experimenting with different lines and just have fun. Okay, so now I have rendered, or I don't know, modeled my character. And so I'm going to go here, go to object mode, and then add a camera. So, camera. If you want, this is also a way. Do the shift wavy line thing. Perfect. So, the default resolution is 1920 pixels by 1080 pixels, but that usually takes a bit while to render. So I usually do somewhere from 700 to 900 pixels on each side, but I don't do too little, or else the quality is not going to be very good. Okay, so I think this is done, but I also want to make it feel more pinkish, so I'm going to make it here and do slightly more to pink than the other colors. Now, don't do too much, or your rendered image will look not the best. So now after that, you're going to go here, click render, and then render your image. Just screenshot it because it's just way easier and it takes up so much less space. Okay, now we're going to save the image. Okay, and now there. So now we can also, if you want, you can go to and edit your GFX. So you can like blur some smudges that you really don't like, because when I was making the shirt, I accidentally left out a little green smudge that I really don't like. So I'll use pixlr.com. It's really nice for editing. It's really nice for editing images. It's got like all the effects and tools of the, I think, photo shoot. I don't know. I forgot the name. So basically, yeah. And if you want, you can leave a little signature behind. This. And then just transparency. Leave your signature somewhere. If you want, that is. And then I'm going to just color pick. Now my editing skills are really bad, so my editing is not gonna look really good, but it's a start. So now this is it, and then you can save it. You can do JPG or PNG, really what you want. And then you can download it. Okay, so that is it for this video. I really hope that you learned something and that this wasn't your regular boring tutorial. And please consider subscribing and hitting the like button. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.